That's the police officer over there that did it with the black on. I can't really do shit because they got the case. I can't believe it.
Just like you ain't going like your boy said, it ain't gonna happen. Guess what? I'm not letting nobody sell you drugs without me saying that.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had no shit, every man trying to borrow. Felt pain, ain't a lot of sorrow. Got the trade so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I broke. Now I'm setting fire to rip the fan blue for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got the next. Picked up a bad nigga habit, that's a red turn from oppression. Feel like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good break. It's time to follow what is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Just when you in hell, how do you excel? We took the breath of life, on the current cell. Listen well to what I tell. No call it can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword. With a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the men who don't see, separated from the tares. Now, on my prayers, it is so big. A rebel, take the world by word of mouth. UPK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah, and it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm handing verdicts out. Yeah, right, you ain't heard it out without a shadow of a doubt. These devils getting licks off the from the bank, I'm about to show the pocket, pick it off. Can't sweet talk, cannot stop. Plus, I know the feds watch us. Tell the people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison to stop violence. Meanwhile, if you take other rebels in a rock bottom, then leave for mighty men and never understand things that never truly made sense. Like why I'm trying to dispute a roof for a criminal, knowing he ain't innocent, it's fucked up. But my boot shot, standing between two priests, about to blaze on their heads, call it tough love. The scouts for niggas just blood, and wouldn't touch a white bitch with O'Shea's black gloves. Father, forgive me for forever. I'm forever by your side, cleaning punishment upon my flaws. It's the reason I'm alive. Thank God for the truth. For a long time, it's a rebel without a cause.
Yo, man. First time I met this man at YAHANNA, man, in 3807.
Rebel without a
My
cause.
little daughter was opening the door, he was dropping the truth on me and all that.
Rebel without a
Yeah,
cause.
man, you know, you do your time, we taking them out, training their hand at time back.
Rebel without a cause. It's the reason I'm alive. Thank God for this truth. For a long time, it's a rebel without a cause.
You cannot hook us. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down for 400 years. We already got the wounds inside and outside our body. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my bank, loyalty in my waist. Pay back in 30 breath. Plus revenge to the dark, and I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blaze it in the season. Got plenty food for thought, just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Not been walking with them angels, so I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak, nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas begging backs off, better bear with us or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all boxed out. YAHANNA say I come full, no room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah, bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never doubt my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and a lot of she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day they think. Lie with a man, they better bring in bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take them out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. I'm loyal to the king. Bring it hot. Brother, you can say loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. Bring it hot, brother, you can say loyal to the king.
For the Most High. All right, Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West and 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under the mighty Commander General YAHANNA. This is Precinct Officer YAHANNA and Precinct Officer Amathia, bringing you the Wednesday law class as usual every week. You understand? We got some pretty heavy things to talk about this week. You know what I'm saying? So I might not be able to get to questions this week because we got a lot to talk about. You understand? So just whatever you have for me this week, then we could just go ahead and go into next week and you can ask your questions. All right? Everybody all right with that? Most High in Christ. All right. All right, man. So what I want to go into today, man, is, you know, there's a few things actually. I want to talk about, you understand, I want to talk about us having to be obedient to the Most High's instructions. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what we got to understand is we know that the Lord gives his instructions through the priests and prophets of the Lord. He always put a man in charge of the people. You understand? Or appointed people. He put a men appointed. He got a head, and then whoever that man chooses to have with him in his, you know what I'm saying, in the endeavors or whatever to lead or whatever. So, in like, for example, Moses, you understand what I'm saying? Moses was in charge. The Lord gave his instructions to Moses. Moses in return had Aaron and the elders. You understand what I'm saying? So it was always Moses as the head or the leader, and then he had his other, you understand what I'm saying? He had the other leaders and stuff that he appointed that rolled with him. You understand? And he passed stuff down to as well. It's always been rank, structure, and order. So we need to understand that the Most High's instructions is not going to come from his mouth. It's going to come through the priests and prophets, the men that he set forth, the leader that he put here, that set forth, not a self-proclaimed leader. Right. You understand what I'm saying? A leader that he set forth. You understand? So we need to understand that, and we need to understand we need to learn how to follow the Lord's instructions through that leader that he set forth. Because if we don't, there's nothing good that can come of it. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna go into a couple stories in the scriptures where the Lord gave instructions and they weren't followed, and therefore there had to be a punishment. You understand? So the first story I want to go into is the story about King Saul. Any of y'all familiar with King Saul? The story of King Saul and his fall from leadership? All right, get what you got on it. Let me know what you know about it.
The Lord told him to kill everything in that land that he captured.
Right.
He didn't do it.
Damn right. Damn right. So basically, what the priest and officer was saying is, you know what I'm saying? He gave a little background where the Lord gave him instructions to go kill his enemies. You understand? Instead, he didn't follow those instructions like he was supposed to. He did go kill some people and some stuff, but he didn't follow the instructions 100%. When we are given instructions, when we receive instructions, we must follow them. We must follow them 100%. We can't follow some things and then, you understand what I'm saying, we want to do the other things a different way. We must follow all the instructions that are given to us, how they're given to us, no matter whether we like it or not. You understand what I'm saying? Because these instructions from the priests and prophets come from the Most High. And if we don't follow the Lord's instructions through the leaders that he has set forth on this earth, nothing good can come of it. You understand what I'm saying? And here's an instance where King Saul did not do that. So therefore, King Saul was punished. You understand? So we're gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 8. All right. We're gonna keep reading down to 26, but I'm gonna break it down as you go.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Now, King Saul was given instructions to go kill Agag, the Amalekites, and everything over there. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord gave specific instructions to kill all of them. You understand? But what did he do? Read it again.
And he utterly destroyed all the people.
I'll start from the top.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
He took Agag the king. He took Agag the king of the Amalekites alive and utterly destroyed all the people. So he took the king alive. He was supposed to kill the king. You understand? But he took the king alive. Why is that? Do anybody know? I'm going to tell you. I just want to see if anybody know anything about the story. Why did he take the king alive? Well, what you think you know on it? Go ahead. Right. Exactly. He didn't kill the animals either because he was supposed to kill everything. He kept that alive. He kept the best of the flock alive and all of that. We're gonna read that going to the next verse.
Verse 9. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
So they killed all the livestock that they felt was not up to par, but they saved all the best of everything. And they also kept alive the king. You understand what I'm saying? It was kind of like it was like him selling, he sold out. You understand what I'm saying? He was a traitor for his people. He didn't do everything that he needed to do. I need y'all to be quick with whatever y'all gotta do. You're making a little bit too much noise, Aki. We gotta understand something. You know what I mean? When the Lord said you to go do something, if he tell you, I don't care if he tell you to go step on all the bugs in the soil. Go step on every last one of them bugs. Make sure no bug is alive. You understand what I'm saying? Because he gave specific instructions, and you gotta understand, it really don't matter why he gave the instructions, but we already know the Lord he don't give us no instructions for no reason. He don't tell us to go do nothing for no reason. You understand? Everything he do is for a reason. Everything he tell us to do is for a reason. So when he told them to go kill everything, it was a reason behind it. But even it don't matter what it's for. Just okay, like when you get an order, it don't matter what the order for. It don't matter how you feel about it. You complete the order. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what happened with King Saul. He didn't fulfill the order like he was supposed to do. He did a little bit of it, and he felt it was righteous enough to the Lord. He went by his own understanding. Scripture say, lean not on your own understanding. He went by his own interpretation of what the Lord told him to go do. And as a result, we're gonna get into it. Keep reading.
Verse 10. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, verse 11, it repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king.
So now, the Lord came to Samuel. You understand what I'm saying? And he spoke these words to Samuel. He told Samuel, man, it repented me that I have set up Saul to be king. What do you mean by that? Go ahead.
He wish he never made Saul.
He wish he hate that he even he wish he would have never let Saul be king, because King Saul did not obey him. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Lord wish he was like, man, I should have never made him king. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's how you feel. He's not indecisive about, like he don't like, you know how Christians say, well, he know my heart and all of this stuff. No, you mess up, the Lord is displeased, period. It ain't no, oh, he got understanding, or he, you know, yeah, well, I see you didn't kill everything and I understand why, you know, but no, that ain't how the Lord works. The Lord just said, man, I shouldn't have never made this fool king. You understand what I'm saying? He disobeyed my order. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't deserve to be king. That's how the Lord feels. So that's what he told Samuel. Keep going.
For he is turned back from following me.
Meaning he didn't turn his back on him. Go ahead.
And hath not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel. And he cried unto the Lord all night.
And it grieved Samuel. It hurt Samuel for the Lord to come to him and tell him that. You understand what I'm saying? It hurt Samuel. Samuel like, man, that's messed up, man. He should have just did what you told him to do, because you know that's his brother. So he's like, man, why he ain't do what he told you to do? That's messed up, man. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul, come to Carmel. And behold, he set him up a place, and is gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal.
Keep going.
Verse 13. And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Lord. I have performed the commandment of the Lord.
So, and Samuel came to Saul, and Saul, the first thing when Samuel came to Saul, the first thing Saul said was basically, blessed be thou of the Lord. I did what he told me to do. Like, Most High in Christ, I did, you know what I'm saying? This is what Saul came and told Samuel. Most High in Christ, I did what he told me to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he basically, he don't feel like what he did was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all go through the, like, y'all, like, in life, you ever experience a person where you know what I'm saying, may have, whether it may be in your home, your kids or something, or your wife or whatever, where you corrected your wife and then she act like she really ain't do nothing wrong. Like, she come to you and be like, well, what, like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But you know what you told her to do, or you know what you told the kids to do, or whatever. I'm just, I'm using an example. But they looking at you stupid. They looking at you like, what? It's not a big deal. Like with that nonchalant attitude, it's not a big deal what I do. And it just vexes you because you told them to do certain thing a certain way and they ain't done it, or you gave them directives to follow and they didn't follow those directives, and therefore something stupid happened. Now you gotta play Operation Cleanup. You understand? You gotta clean up their mess because they done made a mess because they ain't listened to you in the first place, right? That's what you call, like, what we gotta understand is protection also comes through following instructions, being obedient. You cannot be like, if for example, a man protects his family. How do he protect his kids and his wife? Go ahead. By giving them instructions. So he's not only is he there physically, but sometimes he can't be there. Sometimes this man got stuff to do. Let's just, call it what it is. He can't be around his family 24/7. What about when the kids go to school? What about when the wife go to work? What about when she go grocery shopping? Or what, he can't be around them 24/7. Nor do he really want to be around, especially not around his rib 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something you don't, good night. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do it, But some brothers, Lord be with you, you know what I'm saying? But you can't be with them 24/7. You know what I'm saying? To physically protect them. We all know if you're there, you're gonna be on top of it. But when you're not there, how do the man protect the family when you're not around? By following instructions. If they don't follow your directives, like you know how to keep them safe with directions. You tell them, okay, I'm not there. If I'm not there by 7, make sure you lock both locks. Put the whole 9 on the door, the whole deadbolt, everything. You understand what I'm saying? The woo-de-woo is under the bed. You understand? It's ready, loaded. You know what I'm saying? Keep the kids out the room because we don't want no accidents. You know where it's at. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it safe, locked up, boom. Okay, if you hear anything, this is what you do. Boom, 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 boom. And you give her instructions, and guess what? If something happened, she knows exactly how to operate. Like it's like it comes like a robot. Like she know what to do. It's planned out. It's already understand strategic. If she follow your instructions to the T, then she gonna be protected. You understand what I'm saying? At least until you get there, call me, call the police, do this. Boom. You understand what I'm saying? So, in another example, kids, right? When you at PE at school, you playing on the monkey bars, you gotta be careful. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be putting your hands on the other student because you get to push on one student, the student gonna push you back. Now you can hurt yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. And if they follow your instructions, guess what? Your kids come home in one piece. Right. You understand what I'm saying? No nosebleeds, no skinned up elbow, no crying, no suspension. You understand what I'm saying? If they listen to you, then everything go right. But guess what? What happens if they don't listen? They get injured. You get a phone call saying your child in the hospital. You got to come up here. They done broke their arm. They done did this. They done got into a fight. Now they finna get suspended. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing with your wife. You give her directions, she don't follow it. Guess what? Now she calling you saying this person that touched me, this person that did this, she violated. You know what I mean? Like don't go like everything you give instructions. How you give instructions for a reason? Go ahead. It's like you're younger and your parents say you have to leave out the yard. Like if you leave out the yard, something happens to you. You get hit by a car or something. It's not your fault. Right. It's their fault. Everybody gonna be like. Right. No, it's your fault as the parent. You understand? Like you're the leadership. You are the head of the household. So whatever they do, if they get hurt, you're responsible. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you go through extra great measures to make sure that you give them directives to follow. Because let's keep it real. Like I said, we can't be around them 24/7 to make sure everything runs smooth. You got to be able to give instruction and they got to be able to follow it. You got to be able to follow instruction too. As a man, to follow instructions. The men above me give me instructions. Guess what? If I don't follow it, something can happen to me. And I.S.U.P.K. Commander Junior YAHANNA gives us instruction through the men above us. And if we don't follow it, guess what? Something can happen to us. That's what it counseled. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand protection comes through instructions as well. So follow those instructions so you can stay protected. But keep reading.
Verse 14. And Samuel said, what meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in my ears?
What did he say? What did that mean when he say, go, keep going?
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear.
So what does Samuel mean when he said that to Saul? He say, so you did everything the Lord told you to, so you Most High in Christ, you did that? Okay, but what's this I hear about you bleeding the sheep and lowing the oxen? What's going on with that? What he said?
Is that the sheep and the oxen making noise?
Yeah, it's basically Saul is trying to say he did what he was supposed to do. If he did what he was supposed to do, he would have killed all the animals. It wouldn't be no, it would be silent.
Right.
Everything, but Samuel can hear the animals, you know what I'm saying, that he didn't took, you understand what I'm saying, that he didn't kill. You understand what I'm saying? So and also in other words, is he hearing, he knew that Saul he spared the animals. You understand what I'm saying? In so many words, like Samuel know what's up. Samuel ain't stupid. Samuel know the Lord came to him. So he already knows. Saul don't know this though. Samuel already know what's up. The Lord then came to him. You understand? So he coming to Saul like he trying to get him to be brotherly, like keep it real. Saul, before Samuel couldn't even say anything, Saul, like, yeah, I did with the Lord. Hey man, I followed that order. Shoot, that's done. I did that. You know what I mean? But Samuel like, well, what's this out here? This sheep, what's going on with this noise? You know what I'm saying? Now Samuel like, keep reading.
Verse 15. And Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God.
See, now this is, oh man, this right here is heavy. Because remember what I said about how the kids, when you get an order to the kids, and after you told them, and they know, like in their heart, they know they didn't follow everything that you told them to do, but they feel like okay, I didn't do what he told me to do, but he can't be mad at this because I did it like this. He gonna be cool with that. This is how this is how Saul is looking at it, or he's trying to portray it as. You know what I'm saying? The Lord told him, go do this. He did it, but he didn't. Go ahead.
And he also tried to put the people in it.
Right.
The people said
right. Like
same thing that Aaron did.
Right.
And when we were coming out of the wilderness.
Right. Yeah. He trying to use excuses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He trying to butter it up to make it seem like it's not so, like he really ain't do nothing wrong. It's like, it's cool, man. Look, we got the animal. We're gonna sacrifice this to the Lord, man. I got the best of every kind. Right. The Lord told me, like, I'm gonna up him one. Like he trying to up the Lord one. I didn't kill the worst ones. Now, I like, you know what I'm saying? So I got these good ones, man. Ooh, the Lord gonna love these. Man, we're gonna go and sacrifice these to him. It's the best of the flock. But did the Lord tell him to do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Did I tell? Like, that's how they be coming to you when they get to explain it. You know what I'm saying? But I did this, but I did it. But what did I tell you to do? You know what I'm saying? Did you do what I tell you to do? It's that simple. Go ahead.
Also, going back to verse 13. I know some of these words in the, not verse 13, but verse 14, some of these words in scripture, some that we don't use nowadays, sometimes we got to look them up. So we look up that word bleating. That word means the weak, wavering cry of a sheep, goat, or cat. You know, also that other word that it used in verse 14 when it said, and the lowing of the oxen, which I hear. You look that one up also, it's the making characteristic deep sounds of a cow. Right.
Exactly. He can hear them crying out and making their noises that they make. You know what I'm saying? He looking like, well, what's this out here? You know what I'm saying? You said you followed that order, right? That order was to kill him. Right. But I hear him. What's going on with that? Go ahead.
So like if I may, we also say that the God of the Bible telling Saul to go kill the Amalekites, because we also say that was the Lord testing to see if King Saul, his first order would do what the Most High told him to do.
I mean, of course, like you can always look at it like that. Anytime you receive an order, you need to look at it like that, because this is the thing. When you in this truth, when you are operating under the commandment the commanding, leadership under the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? You always gonna be tested. Right. It's always a test, whether it's the Most High, whether it's Satan. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you should always follow the order, because guess what? If you don't, this is you basically, in so many words, letting the Lord know, yeah, I'm here, but I ain't one way till they bury me. Right. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, right. You gotta understand, the Lord, Satan works for the Lord. Right. Satan is here to tell you, no, you ain't gotta kill all the sheep, get the good ones. Right. And bring it back, and you know what I'm saying? Bring it back and sacrifice. The Lord will love that. Right. Go ahead and make that sacrifice, man. Know what I'm saying? You ain't got, I know he told you to kill them all, but trust me, just if you get the best ones, and you tell him you gotta sacrifice for them, oh, for sure he gonna reward you for that. Go ahead.
And also the people,
right?
The people want it too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. This is gonna be like the Lord gonna be pleased with all of y'all. Like, you leading the people strong. You understand what I'm saying? That is not. And guess what? And it's no different from if you get an order from the man above you to do something, and then you about to do it, but then something else come around and say, well, don't do it like this, do it like that. And you do it like that, then you come back and check in like, well, I was gonna do it, but what happened was I did it like that. Now you can't be reliable on following. Now you can't be relied upon. Now you're not a good soldier. You understand what I'm saying? Because a good soldier follows orders to the T. Now you're not a reliable soldier. I can't trust you. Because if I give you an order, you can't carry that out. How can I trust you on the battlefield? Right. Like, I can't, because we got orders to protect each other on the battlefield. When we're at camp, you got to watch my back. But guess what? If you don't follow orders good, you're not going to be watching my back when we holding posts. Somebody could come up behind me and stab me in the neck. Because I can't trust your judgment. You're going to let anything knock you off your square. You got to be disciplined. You understand what I'm saying? When you doing the work of the Lord. And that's what Saul was not. He was not disciplined. Because if he was disciplined, he would have done what the Most High told him to do, and that's it. He wouldn't have done nothing more, nothing less. He would have done exactly what the Lord told him to do. What we at now?
Verse 16.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. Then Samuel said unto Saul, stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night.
So he's like, you know what? We finna chop it up. Just chill out. We finna chop it up what the Lord told. The Lord didn't talk to me, man. So let's talk about what the Lord did talk about. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he said unto him, say on. And Samuel said, when thou waste little in thine own sight, waste thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel. And the Lord anointed thee king over Israel.
So he's telling him, like, when you was little, you know what I'm saying? When he say, when you was little, man, in your own sight, was you not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Lord anointed you king over Israel. Go ahead. Like, he basically talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's a big responsibility. Was you not given this responsibility? Go ahead.
And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
And he said, man, the Lord gave you an order to go out here and go kill the Amalekites and the sinners until they all consumed. All dead. You know what I'm saying? Nothing left. Consumed. What does consume mean? Consume mean like consumed, taken, all gone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing left. When you consume your food, it ain't nothing left on that plate. You understand? So he was supposed to go over there and consume it all. Go ahead.
And the Lord sent thee on a journey. Verse 19, therefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
So he said, basically, you worried about the spoils of the war versus what the Lord told you to do. It shouldn't be nothing left over, man. Why you worried about these, why you worried about sacrificing these goods? If the Lord told you to kill them all, can't nothing good come from them. Right. If the Lord told you to kill them all, right, why would you bring back even what you thought was the best of everything? Because the Lord deemed them not good. Right. That's why he told you to kill it. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of the Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
Man, look, man, this so heavy because it reminds me of just today. Because it's like you steady trying to tell him, Samuel's trying to tell him, bro, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And Saul is steady trying to make it seem like he ain't do nothing wrong. Look, I did what the Lord told me to do. I brought back the king and I killed all the Amalekites. Amalekites. You understand what I'm saying? I killed them all. Go ahead.
Saul sounded like a Christian, sir.
Yeah, it sounded like a real Christian. Right. Coming up with a bunch of excuses like, but I did do what he told me to do. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 21. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God.
But the people took the spoil. The people did it. You understand? Like I mean, you know, I didn't kill it because they wanted to sacrifice it. You know what I'm saying? He just come up with a bunch of nonsense. And the point is, he has to take accountability for what he did. You trying to blame it on the people. You didn't go kill it. The people wouldn't be able to try to sacrifice nothing. If you would have killed them, they wouldn't have nothing to sacrifice. Don't blame it on the people. Go ahead.
Verse 22.
You the leader. Right. You the king. You the leader over the people, and you sounding like a real homo Christian right now. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices?
Do the Lord care about these damn sacrifices and burnt offerings that you talking about? The people trying to offer up to the Lord? Go ahead.
As in obeying the voice of the Lord?
As if. Keep going.
Behold, to your...
Okay, so he's saying, so do you think the Lord care about these damn sacrifices over you doing what he told you to do?
Right.
You think that matters? Go ahead.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
To obey is better than to sacrifice, man. The Lord don't care about your sacrifices. It's better to obey what he tell you to do versus do what you think is right.
Right.
Go ahead.
And to hearken than the fat of rams.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. For rebellion.
It's better to hearken than worry about the spoils of this ram, what this ram can do, what this ram can give you. The fat of this ram. It's better to hearken unto the voice of the Lord. It's better to listen to the man above you than whatever you think you got going on. It's better to, like, everything is much bigger than you and your ego and your selfishness and what you feel is right. It's much bigger than that. You think the Lord cares about that? Do what you're told to do.
Right.
That's what this is saying. Go ahead.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Good night.
Good night. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They compare rebellion like you being rebellious. You might as well be out here conjuring up spirits.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
So when the scripture talk about don't break bread with idolaters, you understand what I'm saying? And fornicators, it's talking about rebellious, stubborn Christians that don't want to follow the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. Don't break bread with these people because their stubbornness is compared to being idolaters. You might as well go worship the rock. If you ain't gonna listen to me, that's what the Lord is saying.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
Since you don't want to listen to me, well, guess what? You ain't finna be like, you are finna lose all your power. Everything that I have blessed you with, everything that you have gotten to this point, because this is a big responsibility. What's happening to King Saul right now? In layman's terms, in UPK, in words, in UPK. What's happening? Go ahead. Give me another way to say it. Go ahead.
Like a chastisement?
Nah. He being stripped of his power. Give me another way of saying it. Go ahead. He losing his rank. You understand what I'm saying? He getting demoted. That happens. You gain rank. You can't lose it. You don't do what you're supposed to do, you can lose rank. And that's what happened. He lost his rank because he ain't do what just one order.
Right.
He didn't follow one order right. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes for the whole kingdom to be destroyed. Because you didn't want to follow one order. Because you want to be selfish and you think everything is about you and you are too self-centered to understand that this is bigger than you. This is about what the Lord wants and not what you want. And guess what? He lost his rank. He got punished for that. And that's what happens, man. That's what happens when we go off and not do what we're supposed to do according to the Lord. That's what happens, man. When we don't follow instructions of the men above us, when wives, you don't listen to your husbands, when kids, you don't listen to your parents, when you know what I'm saying, when brothers and sisters outside of the truth don't listen to Commander General Yohanna when he say gather yourselves together and gives the order to come in this one body.
Right.
The Lord punishes you, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And guess who's to blame? The leadership.
Right.
The men in charge is to blame, man, for leading the sheep astray. Whoever's in charge is to blame for whatever happens. If you, I'm gonna give a scenario. You know what I'm saying? Let's say I decide I wanna rob this couple. I want to rob this couple, right? Now, let's say, I don't want to say me. Let's say, okay, somebody trying to rob a couple, because I don't, do no stuff like that. I'm in the truth. Let's say somebody's trying to rob a couple, him and his homeboy or something, right? As a result, one of the people of the couple get killed. He killed one of them. And in the process, one of the couple shoot the other assailant. So he dies, right? So guess what? When they catch you, you're going to jail for what? Who's responsible for those two murders? You didn't kill your partner, but they killed your partner because y'all trying to rob them. Right. He loses his life trying to, steal goods, trying to commit capital murder, because that's what they did. When you kill somebody and you rob somebody, that's capital murder. That's right. You understand? So y'all kill one of them, and one of them kill y'all, one of y'all. Now they catch you. Who responsible for both murders? Go ahead.
You.
Me, or the person that got caught up. Right. You understand? He's responsible because somebody got to pay, and whoever is leading the charge, right, they're responsible for it.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's what got to happen. We got to start holding these so-called leaders responsible for the things that happen to this nation, man, right, and to everything that's going on. Right. You understand what I'm saying? If it ain't the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General Yohanna, it's not right, man.
Right.
And the Lord is not with none of that. You understand? And these leaders must be held accountable. But we're going to get further into that, man. Right. I'm done with Samuel. Now, I'm going to bring another story. You know what I'm saying? This other story is about Jonah. I touched on Jonah for the past couple of weeks now, but I ain't going to the story. I talked about how once he was in the once he got inside the fish, the belly of the fish, we talked about how he was remorseful and he was praying. But let's actually talk about the story. Let's get Jonah 1:1. When you get it, you can go ahead and start.
Jonah 1:1. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, verse 2, arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it.
Now again, it says, now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah. Jonah was given specific instructions. You understand what I'm saying? Came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, arise, go to Nineveh. Go ahead.
For their wickedness is come up before me.
So the Lord is giving him instruction, man. Look, you need to go over here, and I need you to go over here because they over here tripping. You know what I'm saying? They over here doing all types of. They just not listening to me. So I need you. You need to lead them the right way. You understand what I'm saying? He pointing Jonah to go because they need a leader. Right. If they're not doing what they're supposed to do because they ain't got nobody to lead them right. Commander General YAHANNA is our leader. He's trying to lead them, and he's telling you, this is what you got to do. You need to come join this one body where you can be protected. Right. Where you ain't got to worry about these evil and wicked so-called leaders that you following. That's right. You understand? Follow a righteous leadership. You know what I'm saying? Follow righteousness. Go ahead.
Verse 3. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish.
You know what? Jonah was being a bitch.
Right.
Jonah, instead of manning up and doing what he's supposed to do, he decided to run. You running from responsibility? You running from orders? You ain't a soldier, you a coward. Right. Keep reading.
From the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa, and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it, to go with him unto Tarshish from presence of the Lord.
So he decided, okay, I know the Lord told me to go to Nineveh, but I ain't doing that, man. Forget that. Ain't nobody got time for this. You understand? And he decided to go find him a boat that was going the opposite direction to Tarshish, and said, you know what, forget this. I'm gonna get on this boat. So he paid money to escape, to leave, as if you can flee from the Lord. Right. Like, come on, Jonah, what were you thinking? Go ahead.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea.
The Lord came and sent a tornado. You know what I'm saying? A great wind. Something like a hurricane or something into the sea. Go ahead.
And there was a mighty tempest in the sea.
It was a mighty tempest. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, a tempest is a hurricane, or, you know, I want to say hurricane, right? What would that be considered in that?
Like crashing waves, horrible
wave, like, yeah, like I would say a hurricane, because a hurricane can cause all of that. It caused flooding, tsunamis, all these different type of things. He sent a tempest, a storm. That's what a tempest is, a storm. He sent a storm his way. Go ahead. A great storm, a mighty storm, a hurricane pouring down. What was the last hurricane we had down there? Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane Harvey right over the ship, just like it stopped over Corpus and all of where it stopped at. That's what this storm did, right over the ship where Jonah was on. Go ahead.
So that the ship was like to be broken.
Man, they tore that ship apart. Keep going.
Then the mariners were afraid.
Yeah, go ahead.
And cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the words that were in the ship into the sea, to lighten up of them.
So they don't know what's going on. Jonah then got them into a whole world of trouble. They don't even know who Jonah is. Jonah just a regular passenger, just paid for a trip. Meanwhile, Jonah then brought them into some deep doo-doo. They up the creek without a paddle, literally. You understand what I'm saying? So the Lord is really, and guess what? When the Lord sending his punishment, everybody getting it. It don't matter if you messed it up. Everybody on the boat getting it, right? Did they mess up? They didn't do nothing to the Lord, did they? But guess what? They gonna get the punishment. One all for one for all. You understand? That's why we gotta keep everybody. That's why it's important to have order, rank, and leadership. Because when one of us mess up, we all in trouble. Right. Go ahead.
But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep.
So Jonah, Jonah something else, man. This man, and he didn't hit off into the sides of the ships. The ship is going crazy, like it's about to be ripped apart. He didn't went off to like it ain't nothing, like it ain't even a big deal. Right. He didn't lay down to the sides of the ship and you know, like it's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Salaki says, I need you to come sit up here with him, if you could. No speed. Yeah, you can, no sweat. He went off into the sides of the ship like it wasn't nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, whatever happened, you know what I mean? It's all good. No sweat. I'm just gonna go to sleep. It's just a storm. It ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 6.
So if you want, says you can't eat up there at the bar up there. We just can't have nobody back there, but you can definitely eat up there at the bar. There's no sweat. Go ahead.
Verse 6. So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise.
He said, what you mean? You see what the hell you doing, man? What you mean by this? You going to sleep, man? Do you see what's going on out here? We about to die, and you sleep. Go ahead.
Arise, call upon thy God, and so be that God will think upon us.
So they know they know something ain't right. They've been sailing back and forth all day long. They ain't had no problems. Right. Soon as this dude get on the ship, man, look, all hell done broke loose on the ship. You understand what I'm saying? So they like, man, look, man, what you mean by that, man? Get up. You need to pray to your God, man, and clear this up. Right. Whatever the hell that happened, it's your fault. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Call upon thy God, if so, be that God will think upon us, that we perish not. Mm-hmm. And they said, everyone to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. Mm-hmm. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah.
So when they say cast lots, they shooting dice. They trying to figure out, all right, whoever getting the short end of this bet, or whoever not winning, that's who did it. Right. It's like they like paper, rock, scissors. All right, we roll the dice, and whoever get the lowest number is the one that's causing all this. Like They cast lots, man. You understand what I'm saying? And the short end fell upon Jonah. Right. So they knew he was the culprit. You understand what I'm saying? You the one, hey, this responsibility on you. You got to fix this. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Then said they unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us.
All right, so now, let's skip, because I don't want to go. I got so much stuff to go on. Let's go down to, let's start at 16. Let's skip to 16. So long story short, they're getting Jonah to repent, you know what I'm saying, and ask for forgiveness so the Lord can stop punishing them for whatever he did. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord, and made vows.
So they got so scared they don't want to die. They understand how powerful the Lord is, that they made sacrifices to the Lord. Right. You understand what I'm saying? At first they was talking about, well, you need to pray to your God, but then they seen his power and his wrath, and that they was about to die, and they said, you know what? Your God is the true living God. Let me make a sacrifice to him. Right. You understand? Let me worship your God, because he ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Any God that do this, he cares about his people. Right. You know what I'm saying? He mean business. Right. Go ahead.
Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. Mm-hmm. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, verse 1.
Oh, Salaki. Okay, so now the Lord prepared the fish swallowed up Jonah. You understand what I'm saying? And to make a long story short, in verse 2 is when it goes to talk about him being in the belly for the 3 days and how he cried out and prayed and all these things unto the Lord. Eventually, the fish ended up bringing him to Nineveh. Right. You understand? He was trying to get away from Nineveh. He went on the ship to go away from Nineveh. The Lord caused a storm to come upon that ship and almost kill everybody. And then when he repented, when he started crying out and the people made sacrifices, like all this stuff going on, can you just imagine like the chaos that was going on? Like they like, man, you know what? Look, we need to come up with some sacrifices. We need to prepare to your God because you got us in trouble. Right. Like we done messed up, you know what I'm saying? So in the end of all of that, the Lord prepared a fish, a big giant fish to swallow up Jonah. The fish carried him to where he needed to go. Now, I know we can kind of apply that to today because, you know, like sort of like in my life, before I came into the truth, a lot of things happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? They happen to everybody. Everybody go through things, right? But it seemed like when you go left, something always happened where it just make you go back this way. Like you can't avoid it. It's like for so long, you going left, you're doing this for a little while. You know what I'm saying? You doing whatever you're doing, and then something happened. Right. It'd be like something like when in my situation, it was bad things, like tragic things happening in my life that forced me to do right. Forced me to this path that I'm on right now. Right. It brought me to this truth. You understand what I'm saying? Like there was no getting away from it. That's what Jonah went through. Jonah could not escape what the Lord had destined for him. He was going to Nineveh one way or he was going to die. And it was the same with me. I was going to get in this truth or I'm going to die. In the world, I'm gonna die. I ain't got is what else is there for me? You know what I'm saying? A lot of my so-called partners in dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or headed down that road. Or still in the hood living how they was living, taking the chance of being dead or in jail.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's all it was for me. It wasn't nothing else left. So it was either coming into the truth or being dead. I chose to live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened with Jonah. But the whole moral of the story is follow the Lord's orders, man. Follow the Lord's direction. And guess what? You're going to be protected from that storm. You're going to be protected from that fish. You're going to be protected from all those things that could happen to you if you don't follow his instructions. You know what I'm saying? Why even fight it? You can't fight it. You can't get away from the Lord. You don't run nothing.
Right.
Like, while we living here on earth, man, sometimes, because we have the power to make our own decisions and make certain things that influence certain things, we kind of start thinking like we got power. No, the Lord has power.
Right.
He's the ultimate power. He's the most high power. Right. You ain't got no power. I don't care how much money you got, how much influence you got, how strong you are, how pretty you are. You understand what I'm saying? Like, none of that matters because the Lord has the ultimate power.
That's right.
And we get so full of ourselves, man. We get so selfish and think like, yeah, man, I grew into this great position. I got power. I can make the decisions. Forget what the Lord say.
Right.
I'm going to do what I say. I'm going to do what I want, and people are going to do what I say.
Good night.
You understand? And that's what happens in a lot of in the Christian church, and a lot of these so-called Israelite groups, man. When they they get so selfish to the point where they don't want to follow the Lord's instructions and be in one body. You leave the one body, and guess what? Now you feel like, oh, well, I got power. They listen to me. I can influence this, and I can influence that. I can make a decision here, and they're gonna do what I say. And guess what? People die because of that, man.
Right.
People die by your hands, man. Their blood is on your hands.
That's right.
As the leader. You are supposed to be leading the sheep, man. You're supposed to be protecting the sheep, but instead you're exposing the sheep to wolves. And they die on your hands, man.
That's right.
You are no better than a white man who has oppressed us for 500 years. You are no better than them because you are leading our people to death, man. When you're supposed to be saving our people. We already been through enough.
That's right.
It vexes me to see the rebellion going on, man.
Right.
When you've been ordered. You know what I'm saying? These orders ain't coming from the man. They're coming from the Most High through a man. Like it's always have been.
That's right.
And we got to follow these orders, man. And that order is to come into the one body in the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA and follow these laws in the Bible, man.
That's right.
Accept the order, man. Put your pride aside.
Right.
This is bigger than you.
That's right.
Our lives are at stake, man.
That's right.
This is a matter of life and death.
Right.
And that's gonna bring me into what I want to bring out next, man. You understand? We got a sister, man. This stuff has been going on for the past, I want to say at least a few weeks. You know what? A sister was missing, man. Her name is Joy Morgan. The sister, you know what I'm saying? She had went missing. Her family knew something was wrong. Something was outside of her normal MO. You understand what I'm saying? And come to find out, I don't know details, and I'm not going to go into details on how the sister left and where she was at, but come to find out they've been searching for the sister. They've been looking for this sister for a long time. And come to find out it's been confirmed that the sister was killed. Now, this sister was a part of IUIC. IUIC is a Christian church.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? A Christian church who wants to live by their own rules, whose leadership left the one body, the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And decided to make a church and decided to leave the doctrine, the true doctrine of the Lord, and create their own, or not follow the doctrine to its entirety. You know what I'm saying? And make a church. Go ahead.
He actually broke off from the house of David to start
Right.
IUIC.
Right. And it all came from I.S.U.P.K. originally. You understand? Yeah, you understand. So, and that's even that lets you know right there something is wrong. When you leave the one body, join the body, then leave that body too. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happened to all these goddamn camps. You know, it start here, then it branch out to that, then it branch out to more little, then they branch out from them little ones to some old. I mean, good night.
That's right.
It ain't no telling how many goddamn Christian church groups out there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And as a result from that, man, our people are being steered in the wrong way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand, man. We are desperately searching for the truth as a person. You are desperately searching for information, trying to find yourself in this society of oppression and all these things that are corrupting you. You're trying to find what's right. So you start off, you go to Sunday school. You start off, you Seventh-day Adventist or you Baptist. You know what I'm saying? You go into the church and you feel like this is right. Then you find out the preacher is a molester and he's scamming you out your money and he don't care nothing about you. So you say, you know what, that church is corrupt. You know, I found out I'm an Israelite. This is my true culture. So you searching for answers. And in that process of searching for answers, you run into this old prideful leader that says, oh yeah, this is where you're supposed to be. Right. This is the truth. And this is this and this and follow us. We're just like the church, but except we wear fringes and we call ourselves Israelites. Right. But we still praise dance and we sing hallelujah and we do all these things that the church that you used to, but we don't do all this stuff. But guess what? They do all this stuff.
That's right.
They still do have molestation. They still join with the other nations. You understand? They still sin. Go ahead.
And they people die because they're not in the truth.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the result from like you if you are not, I'm telling you, being in the truth and being in the world is exactly life or death. That's right. If you want to live, you come into the truth, and the I.S.U.P.K. the command journey honor. If you're not in this truth, you cannot be protected.
That's right.
You've been given the instructions, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me hold your point. Read this article on the sister, man. This is terrible, man, and it's a horrible atrocity that has happened to this sister, man. This young lady.
This is from the BBC News of UK, England.
A credible source, by the way. And if you want to question any sources, this is national news right now. You can Google Joy Morgan and you can pull up all the sources, and all of them are credible. Go ahead.
A man has been charged with the murder of a missing student, Joy Morgan, 21, who was studying midwifery at the University of Hertfordshire, was last seen at a church celebration in Ilford, London.
Let me touch on that. It is important that we understand that they see the people that ain't in the truth, that don't know, that don't practice the Israelite doctrine, and don't understand their culture. Everybody else understands that this is a church. IUIC is a church.
That's right.
Even they said, read it again.
Joy Morgan, who was 21, was studying midwifery at the University of Hertfordshire, was last seen at a church.
She was last seen at a church
celebration.
Good name.
Right.
They was having a church. Why would they say they're having a church celebration? Right. Why? Because if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it's a damn duck.
Right.
You understand? That's what they were doing. They damn sure don't call us a church.
Right.
They say them black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? At least, I mean, they not even classified as the damn black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
The white man know that they're the damn church.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Israel united in Christ. You understand what I'm saying? They celebrating Christmas.
Right.
Good night, man. Keep reading, man.
Right.
She was reporting missing in February after failing to return to her studies.
Now, we may be, some things, we kind of make light of in certain situations, but this is no laughing matter, man.
Right.
This is a very, very horrible thing that happened to this sister, man. She became missing, man. Not too long after, when did they say she became missing?
On 26th of December. No, she became missing in February.
So they realized she was missing in February. It really ain't no telling how long she was last seen at the church celebration. Ain't no telling how long, man. And she was all the way in London. And let me tell you something. This sister right here, man, she joined that church really seeking the Lord. She really was seeking the truth. And they manipulated this sister, man. And you know why? You know why what happened to her, man? It's obviously because she joined a church and not the truth.
Right.
But it's like they lured that young woman, man. They told her all the good things that they try to tell you. Same thing that they tell the sisters before they come into the UPK. Oh, yeah, man, don't mess with them over there. They woman beaters, or they do this, they do that. They tell you all these things to get you over there. Oh, they believe in multiple wives and this and that. Man, you come here, there's only one wife. And yeah, so you could be banging the elders.
Right. Oh, good.
You understand? So you could be sleeping with them. So guess what? When one done with you, they can put you away so the other one can marry you.
Right.
You understand? That's what they believe in over there. You can jump from man to man over there. You can't do that here.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? The man can't put his wife away, but he can get another one. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what, sis? You ain't gonna get put away over here. You gonna keep your husband, so you ain't gotta worry about it. You know, like you gotta understand, man. Women may get mad and act like they don't want to be with you. They don't want to lose you.
Right.
They don't want to lose their husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing a woman is afraid of when a man gets to talking about another woman. They don't want to be replaced.
That's right.
But guess what? In the UPK, you're not gonna be replaced.
That's right.
It's just gonna be an addition.
That's right.
You know, in the house of Abana, I ain't no replacing. I ain't trying. You only replace and carry the one and all of that in division and subtraction. I'm trying to add, and multiply. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about carrying and replacing nothing. When you multiplying, it's just adding on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to build the whole nation. I'm trying to have at least, you know, a small fraction of the 144 come out of my household. You understand? I was a Yahtazak. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? He trying to get all the 144,000. Most High Christ, you know what I'm saying? He just had him another son. Most High Christ for that. Damn right. The Lord hand for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch up to him. I'm just trying to be like the man above me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to build a nation, man. And you can't do it. If you don't work all the way with one, get you some more. You know what I'm saying? Now with the sister, man, you know, like I said, you know, it's a horrible atrocity that happened to the sister, man. And guess what? Who responsible for her death, man, is the I.S.U.P.K. I mean the IUIC leadership, man. The leadership of the IUIC is responsible for her death. Because guess what? They decide they want to join with the nation. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3. They decide they want to join with the other nations, man. They want to bring in the Africans. They want to go over there to Africa and say, oh yeah, Zimbabwe, Wichi, you can be a part of this. And you the lost tribe in Africa. You scattered. Right. You don't know who you are, man. You're not African. Meanwhile, this man blood tracks back to Uganda. Right. He a damn Ethiopian or something, and you telling him he Israel. So, and it's all about money. That's what y'all gotta understand, man. It's all about money. Right. Just like that's why it's a church. It is a church. Because guess what? They don't care about who they serve. Right. They just care about the green that's coming in. Long as you pay your tithe, that's why they all about, yeah, the more the merrier. I don't care where they from. Long as they money green, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about revenue, man. It's a business with them. But guess what? In the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, you can't. I don't give a damn how much money you got. That's right. You know, you can pay tribute. Right. But we don't want you. We don't care about your money. If you're a damn heathen, you can't come to our event. We make that known. That's right. We make it clear. You can't come to no events. I don't give a damn if you're married to a brother. Right. You can't come to no events. You can still drop money in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. We ain't telling you to do it. Right. But you know what I'm saying? You can definitely start there. Right. But you still can't be around us. Can't come to no holy convocation, no high holy day, no events, no nothing. You just gotta be a heathen and support. You understand what I'm saying? We're not gonna accept you. But in IUIC, guess what? You can come on in and congregate, man. We'll learn African. We'll learn your language. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You're gonna get you a nice young lady. We're gonna marry her. You can be a part of us. And that's what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? The goddamn African that married our sister, man, and killed her. That is the IUIC's fault, man. That's their leadership. It's on their hands, man. Right. And that should be a warning to our sisters that's in that organization, man. Get that hell out of there, man.
That's right.
They don't care nothing about you.
That's right.
They giving you away to heathens.
That's right.
They ain't there to protect you.
Right.
They don't care about your well-being.
Right.
You was in London. You've been gone. The family been missing you. Nobody heard from you. They haven't did nothing to find you or help you. They don't care about you, man. As big as they are, they don't care about you. Guess what? You got to check in I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
You touch down anywhere, you got to contact your officer.
Right.
Then you got to contact where you going.
That's right.
Like we gotta know where you at all times.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? You ain't finna get lost in the sauce.
That's right.
We gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no hide. It's just like Jonah in the Most High. We gonna find you, and we gonna put that in that fish. You gonna come on right on back to where you need to be.
That's right.
You understand? And you know, it just, man, you know, it's just a horrible thing, man. You know, you're not gonna be under the protection of the Lord if you're not under the Lord's umbrella. You understand? Like, how you gonna get expected to be hid from the rain if you're not under the umbrella? And the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General, I'm a living witness that this is the Lord's umbrella. These gates don't languish. You are protected in these four walls. You protected with the priests and prophets in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that gonna happen to you, man. You gotta understand, you know, when you don't listen to the Lord and you don't follow the instructions of the priests and prophets that have been sent forth to give you these instructions, that's when things happen, man. And that's what happened with IUIC, man. The leadership decided to leave, want to do their own thing, and you know, and prey on the weak.
Right.
Prey on, you know, these our people that's been destroyed so bad to where they just looking for any way out. They just looking for any good news. Anything you tell them that's like music to their ears, they gonna follow it, man. They don't think to research, they don't think to do none of that. They just gonna follow, and you can't blame them because we so beat down, man. Look at what we're going through. So I can't blame them, man. I blame the shepherds, man. And that place is no good, man. Get up out of that place, man. Come join yourself into the one body, man, under Commander General YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K. That's the only place you're gonna be safe, man. We protect our women here. Despite contrary to popular belief, what you think. We don't beat on our women. We love our women. That's why we get more than one.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to do that. So give me hold on, give me a second. Let me see what else I got on this. Good night, man. Give me Romans 16 and 17.
Right.
Rom, give me let's start with Galatians, actually. Give me Galatians 1 and 6. We're gonna read that first. Yeah, I'm gonna get Rom to give Galatians 1 and 6. You give me yeah.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that calls you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel.
I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel. That's what they do in the IUIC, man.
Right.
They calling you to another gospel.
Right.
That's other than what Christ taught. Because
Right.
guess what? What did Christ teach? He taught brotherhood. What do they teach? Oh, if you got a warrant, I'm turning you in. You understand what I'm saying? Like they call the police on you.
Right.
They is not like they are the complete opposite of brotherhood.
Right.
Keep going.
Come, verse 7. Which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Christ.
They'll pervert the gospel of Christ.
Good night.
They'll act like that's what they teaching.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? they are the epitome of antichrist.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they're against Christ. They're gonna teach you, they're gonna take bits and pieces and reel you in, and then that's when they're gonna hit you with it. When you get in deep, and then it's gonna hit you like, dang, I'm stuck. I need to get out. You are in the church 3.0. Go ahead.
I mean, and you could tell because their leaders have a scandal damn near every month. Commander Junior Holland's been doing this for over 30 years, man. And can't nobody even think to even bear false witness against him, man.
You know, the Lord is always gonna make manifest what is not of him.
That's right.
You know, the Lord is always gonna expose what needs to be exposed.
That's right.
And it always happens. You know what I'm saying? And the accusations that people try to come up against us, because what they try to do, since the Lord ain't exposing us, because they know the Lord is with us. The Lord is clearly with us. They try to go out their way, live and die by trying to expose the true priests and prophets of the Lord, and they fail every time miserably.
Right.
They fail every time. They always bring a bunch of accusations with no proof.
Right.
And then the little proof that they think they have always be false information.
Right.
And it gets disproven easily. And we don't have to, you don't see people, you don't see brothers and sisters from the I.S.U.P.K going out looking for dirt on these other groups and stuff. It just come out.
Right.
We just see the information and we, expound on it, speak on it. That's it. Don't nobody go looking for, because we don't have to. The Lord gonna expose it.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 8. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
If any one of us teach you something different than what you were taught since 1969 under Commander Junior YAHANNA, you understand what I'm saying? Under the I.S.U.P.K, the Commander Junior YAHANNA, that's since 1969. If anybody try to stray away from that teaching, they try to tell you that, the Africans can be welcomed in this 12 tribe chart and all these different things that was not One West, is not original One West, being a different doctrine. Anybody teach you different from what the scriptures talk about? You understand what I'm saying? It is not in the scriptures to call the laws on your brother.
Right.
Like on some turning him in type of stuff.
Right.
Now, that ain't to say, you get into a fender bender or, you get robbed or, I'm not saying you can't, you seek counsel. You know what I mean? But that don't mean that's different from turning a brother that ain't did nothing to you.
Right.
When Christ had a warrant, he ain't did nothing to nobody.
Right.
And they turned him in. You understand what I'm saying? You talking about if he got a warrant, I'm turning him in. The brother ain't did nothing to you.
That's right.
He ain't kill your family. He ain't molest your children. He ain't did nothing to you.
Right.
You talking about if you got a warrant, I'm turning you in. Like, come on, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's not brotherly. That's not brotherhood. What Christ taught was to go to him and him alone if you got a problem.
Right.
And settle that with that brother. You understand? If you can't get handled then you take it to, 2 or more witnesses. If we can't get handled there, then you take it to the, the church,
right.
The people, the congregation, the leaders, the council. You understand what I'm saying? The people that's in charge. If you can't get it handled, that's how you handle things. Not, let me go and call a white man right quick so you can go ahead and you can just handle you, get you out the way. You know what I mean? Like, that is jealousy. That's wicked, man.
Right.
So you can't tell me they're about brotherhood, man. They're not teaching what we teach in the UPK since 1969. That ain't brotherhood. We teach what Christ taught.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So we know that they teaching a different doctrine than what the scriptures say.
Right.
And it says, if they are doing that, let him be accursed. And that's what they doing over there in these Christian churches. That's what they doing over there in these break-off so-called groups, Israelite groups. And we are not affiliated with no group. None. We are the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA since 1969, man. We are not affiliated with none of them Christian churches, none of them so-called break-off camps, none of them so-called Israelite groups, none of them so-called Israelite nation, none of that. We are a school. We are a nation. We are the one body. That's it. Period. And that's how we operate, man. You wanted to say something?
I could.
Go ahead.
Ron, give me a 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Hold that verse 9 real quick. Just to tap off what the brother was saying, because it was heavy. just like a couple months ago, you saw the video of IUIC marching down the street, you know, with all those brothers over there with the fringes on the shirts. I saw a lot of stuff on Facebook on the timeline, like, oh man, they look so strong. They looking this and they doing this. They working with the Lord. Paul talked about this to the brothers, to the people of Thessaloniki, about how don't be dismayed with how when you see somebody looking like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but in due time, their time will come. You know, he spoke about this with, I think it was Sylvania and Timotheus, to the people of Thessalonica. Read verse 9.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Hold that 1 second. See that their leader, Nathaniel was his name, right?
Right.
The thing is, he comes with all these type of doctrines, different doctrines that he wasn't taught. You know, saying that everybody's welcome, lying to you about the scriptures, about how men can't have more than one wife. You know, they do a lot of wordplay, a lot of stuff that make it sound good, because their stuff is like what I call Christianite religion.
Right.
You know, it's a blend of Israelite, but then let's throw some Christianity to make it feel good, to make it more smooth.
Right.
So they'll say a lot of deceivable words to make you feel happy and make you do songs and singing songs in the building and dancing. Go ahead and go to verse 10.
Verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
You already know he's unrighteous because he's not even going with the scriptures. He's telling you that you can get with all the rest of the nations when he just pulled, and they're supposed to separate yourself from the nations in the scriptures. Go, what you got?
So like I said, if I may, not only that, you know, they like you said, they lessen the word, they lighten up the truth, you know, and they also say, you know what, it's okay. Go ahead and get your edge up.
Right.
Go ahead and get your beard lined up. You know what I'm saying? So you still look good. Go ahead and be in the military. It's all okay. Be in the police force, your federal agent, your FBI, whatever it is, for your enemy.
Yeah, right. If I could piggyback on that, because that's what he's saying. Like not to cut you off. That's heavy because they do just like your modern day Creflo Dollar or TD Jakes. They prey on and they capitalize and appeal to your emotion, things that you are connected to in the world, right? So I like my edge up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? With my edge up, you know, I got my waves, you know what I'm saying? The ladies like that, and you know, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me shave my face and, you know, do all these things because they feel like I want to be a pretty boy. It's like appealing to their wants because guess what? They don't care about doctrine. They don't care about saving you. They want whatever benefits they can get from you being in their congregation because they have a congregation.
Right.
They got a church congregation. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to benefit. So just like the Christian church has accumulated over $400 billion, you can put them in that boat too. Right. You can put, what's that? I see JC or something. I see GJ, that the so-called comforter dude or whatever. They got him for embezzlement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of that $400 billion. That's a church.
Yeah.
You understand the same thing with Nathaniel. All these so-called leaders that left One West, the original One West that broke out to the House of David and they broke out to IJ, whatever the hell it was, they got all types of IGJ, LGBT. You understand? Good night. They got the whole, all these damn letters being used. So the more letters you got, the more righteous you is. Right. So, you know, they broke out into all these goddamn things and they all getting exposed one by one. Like, not even just one by one. They really, IUIC been getting exposed. Right. But they just done such a good job trying to sweep everything under the rug. And people are so blinded by, the numbers and also the appealing of Nathaniel and the way he come at you and the way he appeared to be this, you know, I can't explain, not no rough-ended dude, you know what I mean? Like, you know how we come. Right. You know how we in the UPK come. We coming at you live and direct, in effect, warrior, you know what I'm saying, from the streets. Like, they come to you like them damn Muslims with the bow ties on the corners. You know what I'm saying? That's how UIC present themselves, clean cut, you know, trying to talk to you with smooth. Then when you get in there, they trying to tell you all these messed up things that they want you to do and stuff. Go ahead.
Gay apparel.
Gay up, oh man, just no different from it. Not to strap. Please remember where you at. Just like they found out the damn this so-called pastor they call they say Jesus, call him Jesus or something. I forgot his name. Out here in Houston, yeah, man. Got him, he all on sex tapes and stuff, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You supposed to be a leader of the church, you supposed to be a church leader. You out here having sex tapes, man. You know what I'm saying?
We got men and women, sir.
Oh man.
And he married men and women.
Man, listen. The church, no matter what church it is, no matter, you know, because like I said, it's all Christianity.
That's right.
No matter what form that it presents itself to you, it's all Christianity. We as people have to see that and understand the wolves in sheep clothing.
That's right.
And get away from them, man. Come where you're protected. If you're not, why go into the wilderness if you're not sure? You're not ready. Come into the protection of the I.S.U.P.K. Well, we can guide you. We can tell you, okay, those are wolves. You don't want to get near them because they're going to kill you. You're going to be devoured. Come in the I.S.U.P.K. where you can get that counsel, where you can be safe instead of trying to go out in the wilderness and figure things out on your own. You can't do it. You've been doing it all your life and it ain't get you nowhere.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been trying to figure things out on your own all your life. Where has it done for you?
Right.
Not a damn thing. So let somebody else guide you for once. Listen to righteous leadership for once.
Right.
Guiding you and trying to protect you. Don't steer away. It may seem harsh. And I'm not trying to keep babbling on because I know you had a point. It may seem rough. It may seem like, dang, man, what they always coming down on me about something. I can't do nothing right. Damn right you can't do nothing right. That's why we're correcting you. The goal is to get you to do right. So if I'm always saying something to you, that means you ain't doing right.
Right.
And I love you to say something to you because if I didn't love you, I would let you go out in the goddamn wilderness and get devoured by the goddamn lions. In the damn wolves.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But we love our people in the I.S.U.P.K, man. That's the only reason why we telling you to get out while you can.
That's right.
That's why we telling you to listen to the righteous leadership while you can.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You are gonna get devoured.
Right.
Go ahead, Salah.
Go ahead where you was at, Ron.
The end of verse 10. Because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
So they don't want to receive the love of the truth because they ain't even worried about being. So they so caught in the unrighteousness. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion.
Go ahead.
That they should believe a lie.
I'm so caught in what I'm telling you. I'm going to believe this
Good
foolery.
Right.
That I already know that's not the truth, but I'm going to believe in this lie, and I'm gonna make all of y'all believe the same lie within. Go ahead, Ron.
Verse 12. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
That they all be what?
Damned. Who believe not the truth.
Go ahead.
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Now you see all the stuff that was marching at first. Now you seeing IUIC fall apart. Before this young sister got in your IUIC, you saw a lot of members starting to disband. You saw a lot of controversy in the top of people leaving for money, people leaving because he did this to me, he did that to me. Now you got the leadership over this dude Nathaniel, right? Marrying this sister to this African,
right?
This booty eater.
Right.
Now she missed. And she killed because of that. Go ahead.
And the blue waffles, Salaki.
Oh yeah, and the blue waffles. I still don't even know what that's about. But yeah, they left because of blue waffles. You know what I'm saying? When they said blue waffles, I thought they were talking about blueberries. So that's where I eat that almost every day.
We gotta get off the topic, man. Good night. Keep reading.
Verse 13.
I'm good off of that.
Oh, you Jawab?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Jawab, man.
Man, good night, man.
Right.
That was heavy what he brought out, man.
Right.
For real, because I mean, you can see. That's how I'm probably getting low down. You see it falter right before your eyes, man. It's showing you, like I said, the Lord, He's gonna manifest His power, man. He's gonna show you who are what's right and what's wrong, what you're supposed to do. It's up to you to take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that's not to say you know, I can't blame that sister. You know what I'm saying? She was introduced to that, to the IUIC. She didn't know, you know what I'm saying? You can't blame her. It ain't like she was in the UPK and left the truth and went, you know, she got, that's the first, you know, she went down seeking, you know, the truth, man, for all the right things, you know what I'm saying? Right. She wanted a husband. She wanted to build a nation. She wanted to live righteously. But guess what? They because of their wicked and evil leadership, caused her to lose her life, man, on a journey where she was seeking the truth. You understand what I'm saying, man? And that's what happens to our people, man. They're given false hope by these false prophets. You understand what I'm saying? That come before them, telling them sweet things that they want to hear, and you know, and feeding them nonsense to steer them away from the truth. See, that's what Satan does. Demons and all of that. Satan does he tell you the total opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. Man, don't go over there with them. You see them brothers in all black, man? Don't go get no flyer. You know what? They beat their women. You ain't got to worry about that. They got a whole whorehouse. They got multiple women and stuff. You don't want that, sis. You only want one man. That's all you want, right? You want your one man. You could be selfish and have your one man. You come over here in IUIC. You can have one man. You ain't got to worry about that. You understand what I'm saying? But they not even like, and the sisters not even given a fair chance to understand why the Lord like the fact that the Lord allows multiple wives. Not saying you have to have it. Not every brother in this school want multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? Nor do they have to have it. You understand? And also, they don't teach you the benefits of it, like the scriptures bring out. You know, building a nation is something that's, I'm gonna tell you now, it's very beneficial to have. I'm not gonna get on this subject, but just know that it's beneficial to having a very stable household. Like not saying everybody don't need to be under one house, but when you all together tight knit, everything runs a lot easier and more smooth. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody like you got more than one backbone now. Now you got more help. You got a sister there, you know what I'm saying, that can help you out. Now could you trust her? Because you know, okay, your husband trusts her. That's his other wife. So that's somebody you can trust. You might need a babysitter. You're gonna have to put your pride aside, because I'm telling you, those who don't got kids, they don't know. But if you got kids, like me, I got 3. You got to put your pride aside when it comes to them, man. Like, man, you want to watch them? I got to do some stuff. You know, we got stuff to do, stuff to take care of. You want somebody you can trust. You can't leave your kids with anybody. I can't leave my kids with anybody. I got to trust you. And I can't trust you if I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be. But guess what? If you have multiple wives, okay, well, I know they're going to be safe. Well, you ain't doing nothing today. You can watch the kids. You know what I'm saying? Such and such, she need to go handle some business. You got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be. And it shouldn't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what nation building is about. And also, it's about not being selfish. You know what I'm saying? There was so many things in the Bible where one sister couldn't have babies. So guess what? She couldn't bear this man children. So guess what? She gave her maid to bear children for this man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a righteous thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But IUIC gonna take you to not just IUIC. I don't want this to be just about IUIC, because it's not about any particular group. All of it is Christian. All of them are Christian groups. All of them represent the bigger monster, which is Christianity. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why we singling out IUIC is because IUIC leadership has failed this sister particularly, that has lost her life because she put her trust in that leadership. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we singling out IUIC, because it's their leadership that have failed this sister. So we need to understand that, man. And all of that stuff is Christian, man. But I got a couple more scriptures, man. We're gonna get up out of here. You got that what I had you get? Romans, yeah, get that Romans for me. Rom, give me John, what is it? 1 John 2:19. And I'm probably gonna hold on. Please, guys. Give me Rom, give me 1 John 2:19, and we're gonna end it with that one. But give me that one, what you got.
Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division.
It says, mark them which cause division. I mean, keep an eye on them which cause division. Pay close attention to them who cause divisions. Go ahead.
And offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned.
And things that they teaching you that's different from what you have learned. Like that's different from the scriptures that you talking that you know about. That's different from the teachings that were taught to them from the beginning. You understand? Because you got to understand, man, with these Christian groups out there, they learned from us. They learned from us, from One West, I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General, since 1969. You know what I'm saying? Even before Commander General YAHANNA was in leadership, Commander General YAHANNA just teach what he was taught, and he never left. But guess what? They left. It's all about jealousy and the fact that they want to have power. They can't stand to be under, you know what I'm saying, somebody that the Lord appointed to lead this nation. That's not, Commander General YAHANNA didn't just ask for this. The Lord appointed him. Just like the Lord appoint all his men to lead, to do what they're supposed to do. And Commander General YAHANNA happily stayed and did what he was supposed to do. That's why Most High in Christ for Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Most High, real talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we big up Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to do what he did. He started from the bottom, just like all of us have started from the bottom. And he is an excellent leader, man, and a righteous leader. And I am proud to say that none of us have lost our life due to his failureship as a leader. He has led us like any shepherd supposed to lead a sheep. You know what I'm saying? If anything happened to any one of us, it's because we did some stupid stuff and didn't follow the what we supposed to follow. The orders that was given to us, we strayed away from the counsel. Everything that he tells us, the counsel that he gives the men above us to give to us, has always been and is always on point and perfect righteous counsel. And if we follow it like we do, we are safe. When we don't follow it, that's when things start happening. You understand what I'm saying? But go ahead and read what you got.
And avoid them.
And avoid them, man. Avoid those Christian groups, man. They left one doctrine they were teaching from or learned from to teach something different. Avoid them, man. Watch them, peep them. See what they teaching now. Find out what they were teaching, but what they learned before, and then find out the history, the truth. See that they broke off and left and did what they don't want to do, and mark them, man. And you have to avoid them type of people, man. Go ahead.
That's it on the scripture.
Keep going, yeah.
Verse 18. For they that are such serve not our Lord Jesus Christ.
They don't serve Christ, man. They don't follow what Christ followed. They don't represent what Christ represented. You understand? They represent themselves. Go ahead.
But their own belly.
You understand? Their own belly. They only care about feeding their stomach and their finances and their pockets. That's all they care about. They're selfish. Go ahead.
And by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
Man, they come to you saying, yeah, man, you don't need to join with them, man. You come over here, you can still live. Guess what? You leaving the Christian church? Well, guess what? We still have praise dances. We still sing kumbaya and hymns and everything else. And you'll feel right at home with us. We are the Israel united in Christ. We, come one, come all, come as you are. We you know what I'm saying? Like they come to you just like the Christian church, appeasing and saying a bunch of things that you like to hear. It says they deceive the hearts of the simple. You're simple-minded, man, by listening to them, because they're gonna deceive you, man. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of following what the path that seems to be the harder way, but it's the righteous way. Because they said the scripture said, I'm paraphrasing, but it says narrow what it say? Wide is the gate. Narrow is the gate. Wide is the, hold on, get that precept. I don't want to paraphrase it wrong. You know what I'm talking about? Get that for me real quick, man. It's a lot. I'm probably butchering it. I got so much running through my brain right now, man. But I know in so many words it's saying, it's
Matthew 17,
what is it again?
Matthew 17 and 14.
Matthew 17 and 14.
Go ahead, read.
Yeah, go ahead. You read it.
Matthew 17 and 14. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way.
Narrow is the way, meaning it's easy to be led the wrong way. It's easy to be led, you know what I'm saying, like astray. But narrow is the way to the truth. It's gonna be not too many people gonna make it. Not too many. Everybody can't cram into this. It gotta be. It's narrow. You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna be able to come into the truth. Go ahead. Is there some more on that? Go ahead.
Which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
You understand? It says the narrow is the way that leads towards life, and few find it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. This truth ain't for everybody. But guess what? We are supposed to be fishing right now, and we supposed to be trying to wake up all our people that's supposed to be in this truth. You understand what I'm saying? So, like with that being said, man, don't follow after false prophets. You understand what I'm saying? Follow the way that is hard. Follow the way that not everybody can make it to. Because if you get in there, then you know it's the right way. You good. If you ain't struggling, you ain't in the truth. You ain't going through nothing, you ain't in the truth. Like that lets you know look at what Christ had to go through. If you got it easy, then you ain't in the truth. Christ had it hard. All the priests and prophets had it hard. If you read the stories of most of them, if not all of them, have been to jail, in and out, like just struggling, going through things, pleading to the Lord, and just stressing and all of that. Like we niggas, man, we going through it. We in poverty. Like that lets you know that the truth is a struggle. You can't you go somewhere where it's all easy, where you can, this what happens. Something may happen to you, man. Go ahead and finish reading where you was at. That's it. Oh yeah, nah, we hit on that one. Now give me 1 John. We're gonna close it out with that one.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
They went out from us.
Now this is for those who decide to not want to be under the Lord's protection no more, not be under the one body, the protection that the Lord has set forth before you. This is what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Nobody's gonna beg you to be in the truth. Nobody's gonna beg you to be I.S.U.P.K. We're not gonna do none of that, because we're gonna keep living our life, and we're gonna worry about those who want to live theirs. You understand? Go ahead.
But they were not of us.
They were with us, but they are not of us. Go ahead.
For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
If they was really of us, man, if they was really, you know what I'm saying, real priests and prophets of the Lord, if they was really meant to be in this truth, they would not have left of us. They would have not left from us. You know what I'm saying? Or they would have been humbled themselves and been back with us. They would gather themselves together with this one body instead of wanting to go after their own power and greed. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not necessarily too late. Christ ain't came back yet. The Commander General YAHANNA has given the order. And Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, if it's the Lord's will, he will, brothers will come back to this truth. But until then, they are not of us, man. And they're not with us because they're not of us. And they may have started with us, but they left from us. Go ahead.
But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us.
It's a reason why all this stuff is happening with these fake groups. The Lord is showing you who's fake, what's real, what's righteous, and what's not. Read that part again.
But they went out that they might be made manifest.
They went out that they may be made manifest so that the Lord can expose them and show, look, this is not righteous. This is not what it is. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they left. That's why they doing what they doing, creating all these fake Israelite groups. The Lord is showing you where his power is, where he is, who he's with and who he's not with. You understand? Go ahead.
That they were not all of us. Verse 20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One.
That's it on that, man. So basically to conclude, you know what I'm saying, the lesson for today is, man, understand that you don't want to disobey the Lord's instruction, man. Because guess what? Nothing good is gonna come of it. You don't want to leave the truth, because when you leave the truth, you are not protected. You understand? Not only that, but the Lord is gonna kill you, man. The Lord is gonna deal with you. And that's what's happening with these fake groups. The Lord is dealing with their leadership. Like they're just breaking apart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's happening. And Commander General YAHANNA prophesied that this was going to happen to IUIC. You understand what I'm saying? That they're breaking, and this is happening. Just what he prophesied. And, like I said, it's very unfortunate that, the death of our sister had to bring light to the evil and wickedness and corruption of this greedy organization, because that's what they are, church congregation. You understand what I'm saying? But that's how the Lord is going to expose everything that needs to be exposed, man. And the blood is on their hands, man, for that sister, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Lord be with that family. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I can say about it. Don't join with the other nations, man. This is a result of them accepting these heathens into their organization, trying to be with the African. We're not African, man. Right. Them Africans do not care about you. They'll kill you in a heartbeat. You are not them. They sold you into slavery. They gave you to the white man. They'll tell you themselves they're not you. I run into Africans all the time, and I tell them, you know, you're not Negro. You African. Yeah, I'm African. I'm not Negro. You understand? They know. They'll tell you, man. They'll tell you, not only will they tell you, are they African, they'll tell you specifically. They don't even like to say I'm African. They like to tell you what country they're from. I'm from Nigeria, or I'm from Uganda. Like, they're specific. They know damn well they ain't no Negro. And they don't care about you, man. And they come over here to America and they live American culture, but their true culture is barbaric. They'll kill you in a heartbeat, man. And that's what happened. They was not in America. They was in London. Well, it was a little bit probably more easier for him to isolate the sister. And you know what I'm saying? And like, it's just a horrible thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with their family, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't join with these other nations, man. Can't nothing good come up of it. Get up out of them fake groups while you can, man. Before Christ returns, before the Lord deals with you, man. The Lord is dealing with those leaders, exposing them, man. Get up out of there while you can. Sisters, that should be a warning. If you are watching this and you are an I.U.I.C. or any other fake Israelite group, come where you can be protected, man. Get in the I.S.U.P.K. and the Commander General. Make the phone call to the nearest city, go on ISUPK.com and look it up. You can get out of whatever you're going through. You may be scared. You may be, feel like you held captive. You can call and get counsel, and we will help deliver you out of that situation, man. With the Lord, you know what I'm saying? By Hashem Yahweh. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we can do it. With that, man, pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. Go on www.com, www.ISUPK.com. Click the donation link. Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. I need that Passover information. You got it? All right, we got the Passover coming up. You understand? We're gonna read out the Passover information, so y'all make sure y'all tune in. No, Passover information right now.
The 50th annual Passover, Saturday, April 20th, at the Woodhaven Manor Banquet Hall, 9601 Jamaica Avenue, Queens, New York. $200 per person or family.
That's how much it is. $200 per person or family. 9601 Jamaica Avenue, Queens, New York, at the Woodhaven Manor Banquet Hall, man. You do not want to miss it. This is the 50th annual Passover, and it's going down. You understand? Also, you know what I'm saying? For all your laundry needs, man, go on www.etsy.com, just /shop/ Just Laundry Products. Just Laundry Products CO. That's www.etsy.com /shop/ Just Laundry Products Co. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Trooper Ron for the security announcements.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular brother or sister person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Passover, the 14th day of the month, which is Saturday, April 20th at sundown, out of the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1 through 51, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4 through 5, 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 and 8, and 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 17. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And these are the announcements.
YAHANNA, understand? Sorry. Face the brothers. Give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Mighty and Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. YAHANNA. Sorry. Face the sisters. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Mighty and Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem, Yahweh Shai. YAHANNA. Class dismissed. Make sure we got double stream on now, so make sure you in both streams.